2 side quests. Is on Groundbreaker. Go there first. We're gonna take the Vicar, where apparently next part of his quest is.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
And for this really quickly. Just when I said I'm not gonna focus on invent. This, so you have shotgun and okay.
Our fuel cells are now primed with Alta Vitae gas. As the organics say, let us hope we do not explode in transit to the Groundbreaker.
Oh yeah, let's go to the Groundbreaker first. Still Olympus, Tartarus, Eridanos,
Destination
Typhon.
reached. The Groundbreaker.
There's still a lot of planets. Groundbreaker. Can take those two. Let's finish this quest, then we can go to that small mining place on the asteroid. Apparently the Vicar's quest is there. Don't have this selected. Lagging a tiny bit. The game loading. I need to test this.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it.
20k XP.
When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
Nice. Oh, what? Are you serious? Oh, we got 2k. It's 100 persuasion. I would probably have it if I was wearing all my stuff right now. Oh, now we regret not doing that. The height of ambition for us all.
You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
In case you were curious, no one was following me.
No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order, but at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
Could have sworn one of them winked at me. Depends on what you mean by strange.
Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots.
Oink at her softly.
All right, cut the pig shit. And probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know?
I lost fucking reputation for that? Doing okay?
I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns
the-
you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. They're gonna
Live with our
salvage me a space
decisions.
station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Looking to expand, huh? Fallbrook ain't big enough for you?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
How did our research station become salvage?
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
Point me in the right direction.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
She's like paranoid. She's talking about pigs. Like spying on me and being followed. Who are we worried about? Authorities? Competitors?
Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Interesting. Oh, so we are done with this. Well, I guess now we have to push persuasion to 100. That we know that skill checks like that might happen again. I was wearing this. 84 persuasion. I guess I probably had some gear. I actually don't have gear on me. Adding to persuasion. Have to store some of
Captain?
the...
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it, with interest.
Nice one. You must have had them quaking in their heels.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it. I just wanted to make him feel bad.
Pay you back with interest. I gotta remember that one.
Would have felt better if it had worked. Can we talk?
You or me?
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean.
Just goes to show you there's always a peaceful option.
Sure, and fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
That was a very specific image.
Well, who hasn't been there? Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
Nice to know you care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else?
Okay. Or all of that. Sneak attack them. It's a half a kilo, right? It's 0. Oh, carry this. Self attacks. this. Rest. Okay. A lot of mods. Did I never store them? Yeah, those are new ones. Save. Go do. Do this first. I already cleared this entire place. Go to Scylla. Oh, this is here. This wasn't even on the map, wow.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Look, wow.
I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. Makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Oh, is this about Graham Bryant? Never meet your hero.
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
Don't go looking for a role models, Felix. You are just asking to be lied to.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Oh. I mean, not in this playthrough. Or for the right price.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Remember that you are not insured.
Okay, let's take this. Take this. Annoying. Okay. Damn it, I mean, I like all four of them. And I'm kinda curious about traveling with Sam. So many companions and... Too bad. Have to always pick. My OBS is like, oh my god, is it gonna be split into 2 streams again? Because above it says 10 minutes, below it says 15 minutes. I guess maybe my stream stopped and resumed immediately again. Super weird that it does that. Then I had to I have all those parts of my playthrough, like 4 hour parts, 5 hour parts, 3 hour parts, then it's like 25-minute part. Because of the OBS. Because I uploaded it from Twitch immediately to YouTube.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
Cut the crap, Max. You lied to me about Cheney, and I want to know why.
You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness.
Oh, you can just kick him out right now. Okay, but I'm watching you. You ever lie to me again about anything, you're out.
Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward.
Okay. Why didn't you tell me you served time in prison?
You never asked.
I did? Very funny. Would you care to explain now?
Most laypeople are not aware of this, but We've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time.
We talked about this.
I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it.
You told me that.
I
I'm
had the
pretty
worst
sure.
idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Baconu journal.
What was it like being in prison?
Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Let's move on. Sorry. Let's see how long I can stay up. It's weird that it's like in this abandoned mine. I was already there before. I guess maybe one of the doors was sealed. It's one of those situations.
System.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Hey. Okay, that wasn't that bad.
That's the last of them.
Siema, siema. Fallout 76? No niestety nie. Wow, that's weird that the combat drone just burned to ash. That's kinda awkward. I don't think a robot would melt to ash like a human, but whatever. Almost 60k. At this point we don't even need more cash, I think. Hermit's Lodge. This had to be locked before, because I cleared this entire asteroid. What the... Oh?
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
I can rob you if you want. That depends, who are you?
Oh, the audacity. Strangers enter my home and demand to know who I am? What fun! Is this a multiple choice question? Because I'm not sure I remember anymore.
In that case, we are here to rob you. What have you got?
Not much. But you are free to take whatever you wish. Please leave me a few morsels of food, though. I may not eat a lot, but I still do need to eat.
We are not here to rob you. I've brought this book for you to translate for me. We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
We've come a long way to help Max get some peace. Is there anything you can do to help?
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients,
Yeah.
some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared.
So we have to mix up drugs for him to understand the eternal truth. when you say ingredients, you mean drugs, right?
A crass way to put it, but yes. Chemicals that can expand or destroy the participant's consciousness.
So he's gonna trip on acid, find the eternal truth. I know a thing or two about that. What happens if you're unprepared?
Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way.
Fun. Well, Max, you just said. Max just said he was prepared, didn't he?
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
I don't know, Captain. Is this safe? I don't think this is safe.
You can go back to the ship if you're uncomfortable.
Well, I don't want to leave you all on your lonesome. I'll just... Oh, fine, I'll do it.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Oh god, are we doing this? I'm better gonna... Oh, you can just steal her stuff. No. Oh, and this is stealing? She said we can rob her. I'm not glad. Oh yeah, but she said to leave me some food, that's right. But this is stealing too. Not gonna rob her. Oh, we are doing this. Oh. Free drugs. Remember, when strangers offer you free drugs, say thank you, because they are expensive. Breathe deeply. An actual cutscene too. What is going on?
Poor Maximilian.
Whoa.
Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here.
His
I
mother.
knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
Y'all see these stars I'm seeing? Gosh, they're pretty. Like shimmers in the sea.
Oh no, I wish... shit. We're gonna either have to do this mission multiple times in multiple playthroughs with other people, or just like watch it on YouTube. How like different because I think you can just bring different people here for this experience. Attack, see what happens if I hit... Whoa. If she's a hallucination, why am I seeing her too?
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Again?
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
I hope you'll pardon my interruption, but I think it's because he's unhappy with himself.
We came all this way, we ought to at least hear her out.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This year, it's all coming out wrong. The plan. It filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
Stories are real. If they mean something, if they inspire you to kindness or action, but maybe Max's story about himself is all wrong, and that's why he's so unhappy.
Mom's right, Max. Your story blinded you to the truth and landed you in prison.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look where we are, Max. Trusting an unbalanced hermit with your sanity seems rational to you?
No, I just wanted to prove to my parents that damn it. You're right.
Max, you need to lay the past to rest. What happened with your father and I, it's long dead. To obtain your goals, you must live in the chaos. Be fine with the chaos.
Whoa. Okay, stop, Demon.
Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assuredly than even the fictional architect's plan you slave away to prove.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything.
Deep shit.
Goodbye, Maximilian.
Only you can make yourself
This whole
happy.
thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right.
Whoa.
Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Need to kill this guy now? Perception? What the? No, we are on drugs, we are not killing anything. But like perception. We don't want him to keep killing and stuff, but that's weird, like that we notice something. So it seems like this would be the right answer, but let them talk.
I don't feel right about this anymore. I need to get out of here. You asked for this. Why are you fighting it? The same reason you always do. Fear of the unknown. Not having control. Is this the answer? Because it sure sounded like an answer that I don't understand. Who are you again? And why do you look like me?
You think he's alright? Should we help him?
He's just here looking for the truth.
He's not looking for the truth. He's looking for a new way to organize reality in his head. A new story of the happy you, the contented you, me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation, because it will set us free, won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
It's okay, Mr. Vicker. We're here watching over you. You just ride this out, right?
We are going to convince Max he's not real. This should be interesting.
The concept of Max is what's not real. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all lies. How could I not have seen this?
Oh god, him before
But how do we
he
escape
shoots
our-
himself or something.
Ourselves?
You're doing great, Max. Do you think the hermit would mind if I throw up in the corner? I'm confused and nauseous, but mostly nauseous. It's driven me mad. You're doing great, Max. Do you think the hermit would mind if I throw up in the corner? God.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
Max's mental state. All the talking or arguing ruined my high.
Ruined? You seem to be having quite the time. Though I must admit I was a bit concerned when you stripped naked and tried to eat your clothes.
I meant to do.
I was joking. You passed out fairly early in the process. Well before I realized what an ignorant fool I've been. Everything is perfect.
Okay. I'm glad you found the answers you were looking for.
In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
Some deep stuff. There might be something to that. You seem happy, or at least not angry.
I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
Okay. Done with that. Incense vessel. That's a Alice in a box, courtesy of Hermit. We can put it in our ship, I guess. fast travel?
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves.
Perception. Like, distance is simpler with your eyes closed. It takes courage to open them.
It looks like you learned something in there as well.
Nope, I already knew that. I was just enjoying myself.
Of course you were.
It was an interesting mission. So search the outpost. Well, we can go to speak to Finest first. Speak to him.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Can take Nyoka there, yes. I don't think she ever was in there. I should probably start juggling them too. To take Felix and Ellie with me sometime. I just really like Parvati, and Nyoka seems cool too. Hey.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed.
Okay.
According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
What was that about Minister Clark?
Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line.
What's so important about these chemicals? Know that.
If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony.
So what's the plan?
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
For someone that was gone for so long, hiding and being like wanted. He has so many contacts everywhere, people. I'm gonna be really surprised if it's just that simple, that he just wants to wake up those people and that's it. I'm still expecting some plot twist. I don't know if we can trust him even. Who knows? Anything I should know about this Carmen?
You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
And there was something else I talked to
Of course, of
you
course.
about.
What's on your mind?
We have anything? That's it. Still didn't test this gun yet. Have to do it eventually.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing it.
You ever notice how our crew's a lot like that crime family from The Masked Marketeer?
So who's Parvati?
You remember the youngest daughter who always does what she's told, but in the season finale she murders 12 people with a knife? Parvati.
Oh god.
It's always the quiet ones.
Oh god. This foreshadowing? She gonna do something? I mean,
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
well, I guess we do. Oh, like the only other option is to rat him out, and we are not doing this playthrough. We are not trying to help the board. We are against them. So we have the station that got marked. Byzantium, that's the next step, and this one is gonna Terra 2, Edgewater landing pad. They want us to come back to Edgewater. Let's go there and see what's happening in there.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Let's see. Let's see. $600 meters? What? That thing is in there. I'm kinda curious how Edgewater is doing, but I don't think anything changed in there. Probably gonna be the same, just no power in town. Maybe, I mean, probably. I'm gonna go inside and see. Let's see. Did the town completely die out, or? Have a guard sitting here. People talking. Oh, so I guess it doesn't change, it's gonna just be him sitting here and...
Spacer's Choice, the brand of choice for spacers on a budget.
Okay, so the town just doesn't change. They just have no power and sit there. Not like they are gone or dead. Interesting. I was expecting that maybe something changes. But at the same time, like, yeah, like maybe it's not a lot of time passed. Also, I don't sleep on this difficulty. Maybe if I, like, slept for multiple days, like, it would start changing. Those enemies, I wonder if they scale at all or not. Or are they gonna get one-shotted by me?
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Oh shit.
Wow, great work!
Oh? Oh, did I... Maybe he had no loot on him. Vending machine. This seems bad. I don't think they're gonna be alright.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
And
Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, Nyoka. I'm so sorry.
Dalion. Baron. Damn it. Rust journal. God help me, but Anderson was right. We never should have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or adult or I don't know what. The towns won't let us walk in without an employment contract. I can't even find someone to let me send a message. For all the capable folks here, we are stuck. Back home, we had to fight for our for every meal because there were no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is about ready to sign up, offer his life in service or to Spacer's Choice just so he can take a shower. Sarah, I hope to the architect this never reaches you, but one of the off chance it does, but on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarchs are living hell. We were sick of getting sick, of boiled Raptidon and stinking like sulfur no matter how hard you scrub, of fighting day in and day out. We are exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here, settle down, but this place ain't any better, it's just different. We're starving all the same. Never should have left, I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me. Not alive, anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you! The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses! Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I think I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
You would still want to know, just same as you did.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Might do it, I didn't think there was anything about the wilderness you didn't know.
That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Oh my god, are you serious? I just was there a second ago. Yikes. Some of those side quests, just doing them in a completely wrong order, I guess. Just got back from that place, and we were there before even like way back.
Crew report. Nyoka is drunk. Surprise.
Gonna be a little event. We didn't hear that one yet. It's been a while since we looked in here.
Organic waste discovered in location X99-orange-527.
Oh my god.
1. Positional mess now qualified as recurring. Calculating possible solutions. Calculating. Calculating. Preparing to move all items quantified as containing alcoholic properties, as found on the premises.
God. Well, you do you, Sam. That's about right. Okay, let's leave. That was a good one. Gonna... I should have said I would rather just go in guns blazing, but I don't know if that would change anything. I'll just go there, do the thing.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, boss. I've been thinking. Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Are you going somewhere with this?
Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Don't sound too sure about this.
The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know?
Think he's in trouble?
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production.
I can see why you're worried.
Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey. I figured the board got him in the end. Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something.
Oh, this is obviously important to you, let's go.
Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all.
Oh.
Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Carlos base. So we're gonna be taking her and Felix, I guess, now? Can stay. Why is he talking about this right now? We were here just like seconds ago. The samples and guys, kind. Oh, I guess it's the same. One side first. It's the same asteroid, but somewhere else. And that's like a different area in there.
I am a dirty, autonomous digital astrogator,
Not this
Sam.
again. So, oh yeah, Hollow's base.
I haven't cleaned my internals in ages.
Let's see. Maybe we can get the samples here too. Or the pheromones or whatever it was. Oh, it's just a base, okay. Go and see this guy first then. A lot of mechanicals and outlaws. Oh,
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
screw you if you push me. Felix milestones with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you then?
Good.
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
Not really. I got mine on you though. This looks like we are about to fight here. Likely. Tough. This guy can see me. Maybe not. He's too far away, I guess. Level up. Yeah. Last time I was talking, we needed 100 persuasion, right? I think. Well, without changing gear. Oh, Felix gives us a bonus. Right. That's why I'm almost 100 now. Don't need more lockpicking, sneaking, or hacking. Can continue with the long guns. That's what we wanted to do. At the same time, I kinda wanted to keep pushing persuasion in case we need a 100 skill check like before. So what do I do? I guess we can keep pushing persuasion, then go back to long guns. Clicks. Guess range damage. You can probably give you the ability, opinion ability damage. That's a good one. Logs. I'm beginning to wonder about our Patreon. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through ordering us to go after the wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. Last entry. Carlos the boss, fuck the board. Okay, I kinda like them so far. Why are you still reading, pig? Wake up. If you are seeing this and the board already owns you, you went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you. Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down that sense of security like it's a purple berry flavored opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if we are using the weapons they raised against us time and time again, from the front lines of the riots, the corporate sit-ins, and Pirates Code has exceeded characterly. Okay. Outlaw. Oh, someone got fucked up in
Been
here.
ages since we had a good haul. No freighters, no jobs, no contracts in weeks. We're standing around kicking rocks.
Oh, he has a puppy, Marlowe. Good boy.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see or a you've aged, old man?
Well, this is awkward.
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He kicks things what need kicking, and we look the other way when he starts talking anti-corporate. It's a good arrangement.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we are here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix, but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
Fuck. Oh, then allow me to enlighten you. Felix is loyal to me.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did Trask do? Deserve death.
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with? Let's hear it.
You said you were working on something big.
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
Sounds like you've got some plan to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
What makes you think you're free?
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay.
So you're a band of outlaws living on the edge of an asteroid, some revolution.
Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters.
I like this guy.
One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time.
Let's change the subject.
Something on your mind?
Not so. I want this puppy. I want it now on my crew, Marlowe. Please give me the dog if I finish the quest for you. I don't think we can get any more companions though. I think we got everyone in the entire game. Teleport inside.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This breaker. Stay on Scylla.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Get those samples. That that we wanted. Maybe we can leave Parvati for some time and like start traveling with maybe Yoka and Felix? I don't know. Still a landing pad discovered. I was here before. What? It's a bug? I cleared this entire place. This entire asteroid. Ice Palace. That's the station. Trask. Oh yeah, everything respawned. Oh, the scope. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Waiting for this!
Pretty good.
Don't mess with the best!
Pretty good.
Hey boss, watch this!
His ult is the greatest one when it comes to the animation. Just drop kick, no fucks given. Just no fucks given. He drop kicks into a space beast on an asteroid in the middle of nowhere. No fear. I was hoping that I can like dash after jumping, but you could probably exploit it to avoid taking fall damage.
Out of my way! Ow! That hurt! This hits!
I hated that they're... Yeah. They're like invincible when they start going underground. Kinda strange. Oh no, we can't even fast travel anywhere there. Have to just run. No, thank God for the 20% faster sprinting. I bet you can get burned if you get too close to that. Hey, skip you? I don't feel like fighting right now. Even that it takes 1 second only, but can we get one from him?
Yeah, now that was
It has to be the specific one, apparently. It was a behemoth. I don't know if the other ones were behemoths or something else. Kinda weird we couldn't just take one from him. Nice, they got even feared. Yeah, her ult destroys right now because I gave her 30 more percent ult damage. Her ult is like the best one. You can put on fire an entire group enemies. We got those. Wait, I'll talk to her.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait.
We killed so many
What's
of
up?
those and... Take these guns, gross, take them please.
Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
Obviously. What's Karen?
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it
Clever.
sounded cool, so here we are.
About time we are going to kill a Mantic Queen. We killed like 40 or something already, but...
Fucking right we are.
What's this base again?
It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there.
Wasn't I even in there? Didn't I just kill all the mobs that were in there?
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Monarch. Don't even know where we should land. The Aldar.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
We take Nyoka for sure. Well, let's take Ellie for once. Why not? Let's just try to rotate them. Unless we do like a quest for specific one. When we do the Felix quest, we're gonna go with Felix. Oh yeah, I can level up everyone else. Yes, the ult damage. Companion's ability damage. Sure. Right. Try to keep as many as we can. I like fighting those swarms. They're annoying. Oh, maybe I never went in here. Yeah, and this seems like something I skipped because it's on the very edge. Get marauders.
Whew, here we go. I haven't set foot in here since... Well, I'm ready. Yeah, right? Yeah, here we go.
Mantis are a hive. Maybe there's gonna be a special one.
Nice and easy.
Here we go!
That wasn't a lot of damage. Better off using the plasma.
I got him!
after him. Wait, really? We didn't even fight a Mantiqueen yet, but I guess maybe not yet.
You better teach me that.
Oh, maybe I will. Someday. You ask nicely. Alright. Yeah, we're about to fight the monster. That wasn't it. But I'm still expecting a regular one, unless it's gonna be like a mutated one, but... Maybe I'm just doing some of the missions in the wrong order. We are fighting, you know. But to reach this place, if you are not like sneaking, you have to fight Mantiqueens already, so... Okay, inspect feeding grounds. I guess it's gonna jump up there.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur.
Let her talk.
Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building.
I thought you built all this base?
We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable.
Must have been a brave kid.
More like attached at the hip to her older sister. Got a kind of strength between them, I suppose. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Sorry they aren't here to see you kick some. You're a family, I'm sorry they're gone.
Me too, Captain. But I'm starting to think that maybe I found another. Now let's get to shooting before I get all sentimental.
Yeah.
Their mistake.
Fuck sentimental bullshit. Oh, they respawn. Oh no, where are you going? You're dead. He's dead. She's dead. hate hitboxes on this thing. It's so stupid. Oh, this one is feared. Kinda. It's kinda strange anytime they get feared. Like a swarm of, I don't know, bees or something just running away from you. I don't know what I'm looting, but I guess this, yeah. Yeah, the second she started running in there. Wait, is her like... Holy. Medium. She's on medium too. Don't know why she ran in there. Strange. Weapons mixed. Say too. Ranged melee damage. See, this is weird. This is not DPS, this is just the pure damage. I guess you can stay on mech. Melee? Melee, like, see? This makes no sense. They all have... Using ranged. Both of you. Okay, no loot here. Done? Are we supposed to talk to you?
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you.
Problem. Welcome.
You mind if we rest a spell before we head out?
Framed photograph.
I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest.
Of course, although I think you should hold on to the medallions.
What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain.
They would like to be remembered once in a while, even if it hurts. They will help remind you of both the good and the bad, not just the bad. I think that's a good answer here.
Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
What's gonna happen? Left here. It was bad, man. Living. So we have to find this guy, we have to go to Groundbreaker to talk to his wife. This is just the entire station. We can do this, because then we have to go back to the Groundbreaker after. Go check out this random ship.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Good reminder. Go to the space station, let's see.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Still didn't throw out this gun. Store some mods. And this helmet also, let's level up people. So the helmet has a 26 one. Range damage. Time after. Yes, range damage. Big car. Damage. Damn. An ability. After the companion ability. I think like that could be good for him because he's just jumping in between the enemies, so. Oh, we can take Ellie and Nyoka maybe again. Can take a break from Parvati. I was taking her everywhere, so. We could take Ellie and Felix, but Nyoka is pretty good, not gonna lie, like her ability and all. Kinda like irreplaceable. Yeah, we can take Felix at, for the another mission that we're gonna have because he's connected to it, so. Let's take Nyoka and Ellie, let's switch Parvati for Ellie for a while. Let's do a hard save. Can upgrade our weapons to it.
Nothing but the void here, Captain. I just as soon leave it cold, dark, and delicate.
Okay. Spooky. To bring back power. Scare me like. Yeah, power first. Dead scientist. Something killed this guy. Not just an abandoned ship. It's a corpse. See a mine. Mind your head, yeah. Mind your step. There's some mine right next there. Mine. Huh. Who would set traps on the ship? Like, if the mine explodes here, everyone's dead. Oh, like, you know.
We ought to keep an eye on these autos. We poke around too much, they might wake up.
Okay. What I was saying, like in reality, you know, you set a mine on a spaceship, it explodes, it kills everyone. There's a Oh, what the? Another, like... I remember there was one scientist, same thing, the other on another planet. Yeah, we still need power before we can even, like, read anything. So we have 2 terminals. Have to remember that. Try to avoid this mine. That's... We have to... Those square... those like square trash blocks everywhere. There was this one guy that was making them. I wonder if it's like a machine that does that, or is this a follow-up to this guy? Identity cartridge. Why is there is like multiple signs that this is like, you know, personnel access only. We got the card to be going out unidentified. I guess the robots will wake up. That's the only possible way, right? Something might happen, the robots wake up. Modify generator mod norm. Status report. Critical issue. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replace parts. Sensors indicate alpha beta gas is leaking from storage tanks. God. Not on it. Have laboratory sent. Air freshener is running low. Per toilet. The existing work order was opened 991 days ago and was last accessed to 991 days.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What the hell? Why is this like a tutorial? I already used it so many times. What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
Oh. Wait, Captain? Tagged your ship on Cascadia? Was Nyoka drinking just now? I think she was. We tagged your ship on Cascadia. Is she talking about Hawthorne or actually me? This is crazy that this seems like a tutorial I've been playing for so long already. Like, maybe we have to use the shroud a lot on the new planet. Maybe that's what they're preparing us. Persuade, my team has already handled this issue, soldier. Your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
Already reactivated the automechs. Your readout must be on a delay.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station.
Nice.
They appear to be departing into space.
I ought to try talking more and fighting less. Seems like it saves on ammunition. Nah, That ain't no fun.
True. We are still using... Oh. Not anymore in restricted access, sorry. Weird. This is restricted, but this isn't. This is locked, we can't even open. Why is it doing it though? Why? I'm guessing the robots are out there. They would be just walking around everywhere here if I didn't talk myself out of it. Code keycard. Messages. Killed files? James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw that what was left of him, I wanted to unlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing kept me here now. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Kimball thinks there will be trouble once the dogs run out of warm bodies. Oh, James was around. I know he would set her straight. Now that he is gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Some fucked up shit happening here. Didn't react to that.
Whoa. Keep an eye on the floor.
No shit. Keep getting hit by that too. Lock this. Okay, this is definite. Out of reach unless we turn off power again. The helmet, anything special? Not used while in combat. What? Security routine. Disengage checkpoint security. Gauge checkpoint security. Gauge it again. Files. Dog Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the dogs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned an UDL Electro Floor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? Acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the dogs. That's why all the mines and here. Really over encumbered? Should probably just stop taking consumables. My loot hoarding senses are tingling. Have to pick up everything. Kill everything and regret doing it later.
I ever meet the people responsible for this. I'm shooting first, never asking questions.
Dr. James Gatfreen, alive extremely unstable condition. Subject will need extensive nuclein resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. So sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you all and fix this. I swear on it. Please forgive us. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. Oosh. Those are empty. I wonder, like, we've found like a lot of scientists so far. I wonder if, like, even before the game ends, we're gonna find out a way to bring back people from hibernation and we can help those scientists. That could be something that happens later on. So far on like different planets we find different scientists. Security routines. Like personal quarters. Insert sublight overdrive cartridge. Active. Goal further the chimerical sciences via the target modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna. Well, it has come to my attention that the culture of this trust has soured relations between research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. The research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Bugs. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we would ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Lore walked by me, he rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. And they didn't need to be taken, it was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. That's why this one guy is in the water or whatever it is, in that gel. Claire. Got to put Claire on ice today. She's on, and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow, I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Gaffrin's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. So they were experimenting on people. Like, they told them that they can't leave. And this one person, like, placed mines and everything because she didn't trust doctors, and that's why all the traps, I guess. James. This log is beyond entered by Dr. Fall. Being entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chotrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments after all of our sacrifices. It still feels like we are miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We are just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we are not even close to that point. Mission begins. Anyone listening to this frequency, who is this? I'm the project lead of 1084. I wanted Station 1084. You have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end that is achieved. Override password antediluvian. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an update status on this time, Doctor. I'm afraid I can't do this. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chemical Research Department at George de Hevesi Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Station 1084 misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, and as abusing your executive override, save in cases of emergency. Damn it, this is an mission ends.
Suppose Sublight will thank us for this. I hope that thanks comes in the form of cash.
Wait,
Same.
Chartrand? We've seen that name before, back in Cascadia.
Bertrand? Cascadia? You are more useful than I thought. Oh, I am with you in here right now. Researcher mask. Close bleed duration. Look at this. And you could use like a sword for Malakla. Headwear has extra layers for extra safety. The S in class S is for safety. Safety not guaranteed from space research. Baron? What was that? I like it that she just drinks random. Running. Gonna talk to me. Oh, they're just sleeping. Okay. We just leave this place. We read this terminal too, so I think we should. Okay, let's go quickly to the groundbreaker.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Iconoclasts, so look at this. Now that Zora's in charge, the Iconoclasts have a fighting chance at surviving and spreading from... Look at this, like all our... This is really cool that like... See, the more you do... Forced Factory... Like all the side quests you do, they change your ship. But better to establish dominance over an alien ecosystem than by hunting its most dangerous predator and mounting its head on your wall. Antibiotics. Secret lab. Courtesy of Anticleo's abandoned lab in That's like... This game is so good. So, the small details. Sanjak donated these after you helped MSI. See, like, we helped both, so we have this and this. That's really cool. Like it. Graham's patch. Torn from Graham's jacket. Zora sent this to you with a note. I thought a keepsake might dull the pain, but it hasn't. Graham may have been a psychopath, but he still built a foundation for the movement I'm trying to keep alive. Maybe there was another way, I don't know. I've gotta let it go. Abandon all hope for a better past, he used to say. Take it with my thanks. If you ever want a beer, stop by Stellar Bay. The small details, man. Actually means a lot. Makes it like it just makes the world feel alive, right? Such a small thing, you don't have to like code a lot or whatever. Adding like a detail on your gonna make someone smile. And because of all this detail, that's why I'm taking so long, and I don't want to go faster. I just want to take my time playing this game, finishing it.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Welcome back, Captain.
Can we talk
How
about
can
it?
I be of assistance?
Like to continue our conversation from before?
Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated.
Discombobulated.
Was there another topic on your mind?
We don't need to discuss Alex directly, but I was wondering how he improved your design.
Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning.
Where did you come from? Or
The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did.
Phineas had to do that. Phineas well. Interesting piece of information. Either him or there's something wrong with this computer, and maybe she doesn't even know it. That like the board controls her or something. Could be a plot twist there too. Groundbreaker. We have 2 missions here now.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Of the Ice Palace, let's do her, and have to take Felix for this. We can take Felix and L. Oh, that's Ellie. Go with you. Probably the last thing I'm gonna do here. It's super late. Wanted to do all those side quests, so tomorrow we can just completely focus on the main one again before we find more side quests. Oh, that was a late expression.
This is Halcyon News.
Oh.
You mind trying to have a moment here?
Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Carlos Embla. But he said, like, you know, he doesn't know you, he knows us, so go talk to her, so I don't think that's gonna help. On the level, you can ask Junlei about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
Wait, I'm not one of Harlow's thugs, you can trust me. I repaired the groundbreaker's radiator for her.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Okay. Got a few more questions?
Please, just make it quick.
And just say that Harlow tells me Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
Didn't tell you anything about Harlow?
No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I.
How much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich.
Oh.
Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Oh god. Sounds familiar, Felix.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
And Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
Have marriage contracts, nice. That's all I wanted to know. I'll leave by you.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Untaken. God damn it, so many posters we can get for our ship and it's always steel. Okay, let's do this one. But I think I'm gonna do the other part of the other quest tomorrow. So basically tomorrow on stream or in the next video on YouTube if you're watching. That was a short song. And it doesn't play now. Oh, scan. Okay, last time I talked to you, there was a 100 speech. Like so. You have any clothes for like persuasion? Guess I should carry one with me, right? Maybe now we are maxed out. Oh, we have different companions actually too. Oh, look at this persuasion 121. Probably don't even have to wear this. Yeah, 107 when we are with those companions.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
I don't know if I should be helping them. base had scientists in suspension tanks, some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation.
Okay.
Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
A UDL gunship buzzed in the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Rare gas and the lab that tested it on people could have been a couldn't have been a...
You have an eye for patterns. Good. We need more contractors like you. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
The board testing the gas on people. Truth about the human tailbone. You had my interest, now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084.
Yeah, I didn't
and who
expect that.
knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial, Millstone.
What the...
This is reality.
Aliens. Aliens. Aliens? Really? Say nothing. Oh god. Aliens?
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Both of them. A few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
Okay, something just blew my mind. Oh my god. That would be a crazy plot twist, actually. So listen up. This is completely... I have no idea, like, I don't spoil anything myself with this game. I don't even watch, like, I just watched, like, the beginning of the game at other streamers had the things I already played, but I'm not spoiling anything to myself. But... like, I didn't really trust Phineas from the very beginning, and my... I already called that once, that, like, when he's behind this bulletproof glass, he never, like, stands in front of us face to face. That maybe, like, he gave us the holographic shroud, he said this is one of a kind device, and, like, why wouldn't he have one on himself too, right? So I thought he was someone else using this device, maybe, and he's, like, playing with us. What if like this is telling us that he could be one of the aliens if they're actually in the game, and he wants us to get him all these chemicals, not to like bring back those people to life, but like he just needed someone who this would all work out actually, like, and because like no one could find the colony of like all the people frozen on Hope too, and maybe aliens just kept us all this time, and he's one of them, just like changing his appearance, and he's using me, someone that has no idea what's been happening for last like 70 years, to bring him the chemicals he needs, and they've been testing those chemicals on people too. Damn. There just a lot of stuff hit me right with her talking about those aliens. That would be a crazy plot twist, all of that. We're gonna see if I called it. At least like a tiny bit maybe, or something. Little green bastards must pay. I haven't seen evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
That would be kinda crazy. That completely like got me off guard. But it all like connected to each other. Of course this could be all conspiracy like she says, but that would be a crazy thing. Enough, tell me what needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity.
That's why she was asking
her
if the pigs
fingerprints were
are
all
looking
over
at me.
Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
When did Sublight get some principle?
It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Science. Well, I mean, they were all... Where does she fit? In... The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Where does Chartrand fit into the alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
I mean, they were in the tanks because they would die after they tested stuff on them. I don't know if that doctor, she was like... I guess she was... I'm not sure, like I was reading the logs, was she the one asking for like help and they denied it, or maybe not, maybe she was just evil actually. Sounds messy, but I'll take the job.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask
Byzantium.
how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
I have no idea who to trust anymore. The characters are very well written, so you can just get baited at any point. Okay, so both those are Byzantium. Come from Trust. Trust is Emerald, probably. Veil. Okay, so this is gonna be the first thing we do.